And if there's a parent back there who could close the door, that would be great. Thank you. Okay, you can be seated. Thank you. Thank you. Well, hello and welcome to the 2023 Lakes International Language Academy National Honor Society formal induction ceremony. My name is Heather O'Mara and I am the advisor for National Honor Society here at LILA. My colleague, Shannon King, who will speak next, is the advisor for the National Junior Honor Society. Tonight, we will be welcoming 48 members into this prestigious society. I believe a special congratulations is in order. Well done. And congratulations to the parents and families of these remarkable young people. Your unconditional love, guidance, support, and encouragement throughout the years is a big reason why your sons and daughters are here tonight. And I really want to acknowledge that for you. You do have a large role to play in that. Your efforts as parents over the years have definitely paid off. Also, thank you to our teachers, administrators, and staff for their dedication to our students. For the 48 inductees being honored tonight, you were selected based on 4 criteria inscribed in the Honor Society emblem: character, scholarship, leadership, and service. Each of you inductees has risen to the occasion of portraying or implementing these 4 pillars, and you should be very proud. I know I am very proud of all of you. You excel in academics, but this is only a part of the reason why you are here. You have a fire inside that drives you to give your time, to give your knowledge, to give your energy to those who need it the most. You don't sit back and rely on your ability to study and work tirelessly in your classes. Nope, that's not enough for you. Instead, you have taken an active role in your lives. You share the belief that the few can help to inspire the many. You are selfless leaders who give service to others without worrying about what you will receive in return. And that is what National Honor is all about. It's not just about excellence in academics. It's about excellence in everything that you do and all that you are. It is quite an honor to be inducted into this prestigious society, and it's important that all of you here tonight do not take this lightly. This is an important event, a milestone that marks your efforts and achievements throughout the past year. Getting all of your service hours while maintaining your excellent grades is no small feat. So I'm very happy to see so many inductees seated here tonight. Before we start explaining our fundraisers and other things, it's important that you understand what National Honor is all about. So my colleague Shannon King, who is the National Junior Honor Society advisor, will speak to you about the history of the National Honor Society and the 4 pillars represented by it. Thank you.
Thank you, Heather. National Honor Society is a nationwide organization, and it's created to recognize individual student academic achievement. It was first founded in 1921 by a principal named Edward S. Reinerson. We have about 1,000 chapters in 1930 and over 1.5 million students today from all around the country, NJHS and NHS. We also have chapters in Puerto Rico, Canada, and Asia. National Honor Society started at LILA in 2019 with just a small handful of students. Since then, we have grown into 2 groups of more than 50 students. The purpose of our chapter is to create enthusiasm for scholarship, to stimulate a desire to render service, to promote worthy leadership, and to encourage the development of character in students of Lakes International Language Academy. Like Heather said, there are 4 pillars of the National Honor Society: scholarship, service, leadership, and character. Scholarship is a commitment to learning and growing on both a personal and educational path that stems from a desire to contribute to the world in a positive way. Service is seeking out and engaging in meaningful service voluntarily, not simply doing acts of service to fulfill a school, district, or program requirement or to collect hours. Leadership is carrying oneself with dignity and taking ownership and responsibility for one's own actions and participation. And finally, character is valuing diverse cultures and building relationships that reflect love of self, but also concern for others. It is about the personal commitment to ethical and compassionate decision-making that affects oneself and others. And now, we will have all the students who have led a fundraiser come on up. And yeah, you have, thank you.
Okay, so if you are a fundraiser or service leader, please come up and stand back here. And that means you're great. Oh wait, excuse me. No, I totally screwed up. We forgot something really important. See, I'm human, I make mistakes. I totally forgot. We've got these wonderful two ladies who need to speak. So this is the National Honor Society President and Vice President, President Grace Tim and Vice President Sally Lucas, who need to talk about their experiences in NHS. And then we will have those guys come up. All right, come on up, ladies.
Hello, and welcome to the National Honor Society Induction Ceremony. My name is Grace Tim. I am President of the National Honor Society and a senior here at LILA.
And I'm Sally Lucas, the Vice President of the National Honor Society and also a senior here at LILA.
We want to thank all the teachers and students who have helped make this induction ceremony possible. It's been an honor to lead the National Honor Society this year.
We would also like to thank the parents, staff, and fellow National Honor Society members who have helped support us and the group this year.
I have only been a part of the NHS these past 2 years, but it has had a big impact on me. The community that is created around the NHS has helped provide me with many different opportunities to learn about community service and the importance of helping others. In the short time I have been here, it has become a place of growth, and I have been able to significantly improve my leadership ability and other important life skills.
I've been a part of NHS since 7th grade, and throughout that, I've had the amazing opportunity of being able to inspire service and leadership throughout the school and community. I can confidently say that through NHS, I've grown as a person, and I've learned the important skills of communication, leadership, service, and problem solving.
Next year, I'm going to be attending Northwestern College in Orange City, Iowa to study biology and play soccer.
I plan to attend the University of Wisconsin-Madison, where I'll be double majoring in elementary education and Spanish. We both recognize how much NHS has helped bring us to these points, and we are extremely grateful.
We've had so much fun being a part of this group, and we can't wait to see what you accomplish next year.
Thank you.
Good job, ladies. Okay, now I would like the people who are the fundraiser and service project leaders to please come up and stand back here. That includes you guys. Thank you. You might need to move over a little bit. Squish back that one. I'm a perfectionist. I'm sorry. I want them to be centered. It looks better. Okay. Month? Everyone's by month? Okay. Before Shannon and I introduce the fundraiser and service project leaders for the year, I actually wanted to explain my philosophy behind some of what happened this year in NHS. because this year I didn't just strive for the 4 pillars for each student. I did things a little bit differently. When I was in graduate school getting my master's degree, I developed a model of teaching that was holistic in nature. In other words, I truly believed then, as I do now, that learning in school shouldn't just be about academics. Rather, there should be personal growth in social, emotional, and personal areas as well. For decades, I've held strong to my beliefs that all education should incorporate the whole child and not just the academic child. So with NHS this year, I tried to incorporate that too. So for the parents out there who weren't able to be here as a fly on the wall and see what was really happening, I'd like to give you a few examples of this type of growth from your children. One pillar of National Honor is leadership. I had a couple of students who were leading a project and they had a lot of anxiety about it. So I worked with them a bit and said, well, what can you control and what can't you control? So we brainstormed. They can't control how many kids buy their product, but they can control the price point. They can't control whether kids find them in the school, but they can control if they make posters for the hallways to guide the kids to them. So once they were able to have an idea of things that they had control over, all they had to do was to control just those things and then let go of everything else. And once they knew this, then they were able to relax quite a bit because their to-do list got quite a bit smaller. So they did that, and they were amazingly successful. So that whole figuring out what is yours to do and letting go of the rest, that is growth in leadership, and that is national honor. A second pillar of national honor is character. I had another student who had originally signed up to lead a very large service project that had a bunch of kids signed up under this person to help them do it. After a lot of thought, they realized they really just didn't have it in them to do that. They were swamped with school, they had a lot going on, they just really felt like they couldn't go through with it. Yet rather than just doing it lamely, they had the courage to change their minds and say no. And this was amazing. Because how many of us never found our boundaries growing up? How many of us as adults never learned how to set limits to ourselves and to say no to doing something? How many of us as adults joined way too many committees when what we really needed was to just recharge by sitting on the couch eating Oreos and watching cheesy TV? I mean, that was me. That's what I would have rather done. So this student in high school knew what their limits were. They figured it out, and they set their limits, and they created their boundaries. They knew how to take care of themselves. So knowing yourself well enough to set limits for yourself and create boundaries, that is growth in character, and that is national honor. Lastly, a third pillar of national honor is service. I had a student who spent a lot of time talking to, emailing me, G-chatting me. We G-chatted a lot. This student had signed up to lead a particularly challenging service project because it involved being off campus and really far away. So there was transportation issues right off the bat, so that's a huge thing. It also needed a very large number of adults for supervision, so there was that obstacle too. There were many obstacles, and a lot of things were out of our control when we were trying to organize this project because we were going through a different organization. So this was a tough one to tackle. So this student went back and forth a million times with me. Miss Heather, should I do this? Maybe I shouldn't do it. Maybe I should just cancel it. And I would say, okay, just cancel it. But then they would come back and say, but maybe I should do it. Okay, just do it. But I don't know whether I should do it. What do you think? Please tell me what to do. Their project was on again, off again, up in the air again. They asked me what to do, and they said, please just tell me. But I knew if I did that, it would take away the lesson. So I explained to them that making the hard decision, making the decision of whether to do it or not, that is the hard part, and they had to do that on their own. But once the decision was made, the rest was easy. Because once they finally made that decision, then their path would be clear, and all they had to do was walk that path. So after more back and forth, they finally made the decision to go forward with it. And lo and behold, once they made their decision, their path was super clear, and they ran down that path and they rocked this service project. And this project turned out to be one of the most successful projects we had this year. So that making hard decisions, doing hard things, that's the growth in service, and that is national honor. So when you see the many, many projects that you're about to see presented on stage in a minute, it's important to me that you also know that there was plenty of growth that happened this year in ways that was not visible. And you parents should be really proud of that. So, without further ado, I am going to introduce the leaders of our fundraising and service projects, but I need to tell you this. In the past years, National Honor Society has typically done a couple of service projects per year, but this year I told the students that I wanted them to do a couple of them every single month. And I got a lot of deer in the headlight looks for that. They're like, what? And I did this because I wanted to have enough things to do to give all those quiet, hidden leaders a chance to emerge and actually tackle a project, because we needed enough projects for all these people who need and want to be leaders to be able to have a chance. So they emerged, and they did it, and they rocked it. And on top of that, just to make life difficult, I also doubled the number of service hours that were required of them. But every single student rose to that level as well, because these kids, your kids, can do hard things. They are IB students. They can do anything. So I'd like to introduce the month of December 1st. So if December people could please come up, introduce yourself, say what your project was.
Hello, I'm Grace. For the December fundraiser, Sally and I, along with some of our classmates, decided to make frost your own cookie kits. We sold these the week before Christmas break in hopes to spark some joy and holiday spirit.
And then as the service portion of our fundraiser, we donated all the leftover cookie kits to the Birchwood Elderly Center and to the local police and fire department.
I'm Tegan. Ours was for NHS and NJHS, was selling candy canes, and then for the service portion, we gave each extra candy cane to one teacher as a happy holiday gift.
Next, we have the month of January.
Hi, I'm Abby.
Hi, I'm Maria.
Hi, I'm Ria. We spent a long time, like a few months, planning an NHS hot chocolate sale, and the money we donated to cancer research and Can Do Canines.
Can Do Canines is an organization that helps service dogs for people who are disabled. Thank you to Ria's parents for donating the supplies, and a special thank you to Donna for helping us organize and plan the fundraiser.
Hi, my name is Vanessa. Me and Connor Severson organized a fundraiser for breast cancer awareness. We donated the funds to the Breast Cancer Research Foundation, and we raised funds through the basketball game here at LILA.
Hi, I'm Addie Berg. During the month of February, Hannah Hines and I, we organized a Candygram sale where we made and sold Candygram bags for the school for Valentine's Day. The proceeds we used to help fund the NHS, and the leftovers we gave to the teachers for a little surprise.
And I am March. We had a very short March because we had a band and orchestra trip that went to Chicago, and we had spring break. So rather than coordinate a giant thing, we brought in a project called Smile Makers. And what this is we had 100 cards that all the kids decorated with jokes, posters, pictures, memes, things like that. And those cards were distributed to over 150 different adolescent or youth children hospitals throughout the United States.
Next up is April.
So, I'm Kira.
Here, I'll do Sydney's first.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Sydney is not here tonight, so I will do Sydney's. Sydney gave me a cheat sheet. Sydney's at a golf tournament today. I really wanted to be here today, but she could not. Sydney's service project, she organized a session to go to Feed My Starving Children. Feed My Starving Children is an organization that works to give food to children across the world. Students helped pack meals to provide nutrients to malnourished children. She had a total of, get this, 29 people that drove all the way to Coon Rapids on a Saturday and packed a total of 33,480 meals, which would feed 91 kids every day for a year in Zambia.
I'm Kira.
And I'm Elizabeth.
We were in charge of doing donut days. We were selling them for a whole week during the mornings and then at lunch when they didn't get all sold during the morning. And we sold a total of 468 donuts that week.
We donated all the proceeds to NHS to help fund future service projects.
And now the month of May.
I'm Marissa Labens. I had the privilege of heading up a blanket tying project where we were able to get donations, both monetary and fleece, from parents, and I believe a few teachers donated as well. We were able to tie those blankets after school with NHS and NJHS kids, and then we were able to donate those to Children's Minnesota.
Hi, I'm Gavin. And during the month of May, Addie and I organized the trash pickup service project. We went to the Hardwood Creek Trail, and we picked up trash for about 2 hours.
I'm Abby.
I'm Maria.
I'm Lily. And I'm Ria.
In May, we organized a food drive and we raised 130 food items.
We donated the food to the Forest Lake Pantry to feed people.
Thank you to Donna for supporting us during this project.
And thank you to Heather for supporting us and being there for all of our ideas.
If you could just hold that slide for a minute there. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we had 1, 2, sometimes 3 or 4 projects every single month. So I would like to say these are our accomplishments. Go ahead and put that up there, Tristan. This year, we did 4 times as many fundraiser and service projects ever in the history of LILA, of NHS at LILA. We completed 4 times as many service hours ever in the history of National Society at LILA. And we raised twice as much money ever in the history of National Honor Society at LILA. And that is amazing. Okay, you guys can go ahead and sit down. Could the NJHS people please line up along the side there, alphabetically, the way you're supposed to? Okay, let's go. I'm going to introduce the National Honor Society, the National Junior Honor Society inductees. I will be reading their names, and Ms. King, thank you very much, I totally forgot about that. We'll be handing them their certificates, and then they will do the pledge on stage. By the way, before we start, I wanted to mention these candles are typical of National Honor Society induction ceremonies. They represent the 4 pillars of national honor, and the flags and all of this is all a requirement of national honor, the way the stage is set up. So, do you want to hold our applause while everyone's up here, or do it one at a time? Okay, everyone can clap when they feel like it. Okay. Kaden Erickson. Go back there. Brindle Hager. Maggie King. Grayson Lemler. Allie McKinney, who is historian. Avery Messina, who is secretary. Oh, wait. Tegan Mortensen, president. Annika Murphy. Devin O'Donnell. Evelyn Osborne, historian. Lauren Slavic. Nora Sosnowski. And Natalie Wynia. Ms. King is now going to lead them in the NHS induction pledge.
You guys ready? Okay. I pledge to uphold the high purposes of the National Honor Society to which I have been selected. I will be true to the principles for which it stands and will maintain and encourage high standards of scholarship, service, leadership, and character. Congratulations, NJHS members, you are inducted. Woo!
Yep, go on that way. Good job. And then if the NHS students could line up over there alphabetically once these guys kind of get out of the way, that would be fabulous. Oh, thank you.
Okay, so you go hand out the certificates.
I'll hand them out, yeah.
It is now time for National Honor Society members to be inducted. Dakota Ashatino. Adeline Berg. Gavin Garrison. Jordan Gokowski. Allison Gray. Bianca Hansen. Lillian Kempenik, historian. Lily Kwiatkowski. Ellie Lazarchik. Marissa Labens. Sally Lucas, Vice President. Kendall Meem. Kira Moats. Avery Mortensen. LILA Nash. Abigail Nielsen. Delaney O'Donnell. Maria Rebuelta. Elizabeth Rodecker. Gabriel Reinders. Ria Singh, Treasurer. Vanessa Sosnowski, Secretary. Megan Talvite. Grace Tim, President. Lucille Turner.
Okay, I'm now going to lead you in the induction pledge. I honor to uphold the high purposes of the National Honor Society to which I have been selected. I will be true to the principles for which it stands, maintain and encourage high standards of scholarship, service, leadership, and character. I present to you the NHS inductees. Good job. You can all exit that way except for the seniors, please. Okay. The seniors, okay. This year, for the first time ever, besides all those other firsts, 4 times this, the 3 times that, whatever, we've had a phenomenal year, as you can tell. And for the first time ever, we are going to be courting our seniors, which has not happened before. They can wear these honor cords at graduation.
Dakota Ashetino. Allison Gray. Bianca Hansen. Sally Lucas. Kendall Meem. Elizabeth Rodecker. And Grace Tim. Congratulations, seniors.
This is a huge honor. They have never been quartered for NHS before. This is amazing. So I'm going to clap again. We have another first this year because, you know, why not have as many firsts as we can? So this year we have 2 special awards. These are the first time we have awarded these, and they're very special. The first award is the Outstanding Character Award. Character is valuing diverse cultures and building relationships that reflect the love of self, but also a concern for others. There are endless attributes to good character: perseverance, respect, integrity, honesty, sacrifice, the list goes on. A good and noble character is a high calling. Unfortunately, we don't often see somebody's character unless there is a public display of self-sacrifice. Everyday character is not about praiseworthy or blameworthy behavior, but rather the personal commitment to ethical and compassionate decision-making that affects you and others. And that's the most important sentence, I think. It is this compassionate decision-making that drew me to choose the recipient of this award. Throughout the year when I needed help in NHS, I could count on this person no matter what. If I was struggling with a student, this person paved the way for unbiased, compassionate dialogue. If I needed help reining in maybe some fundraiser leaders who were going rogue, this person knew exactly how to do that. When I couldn't make a certain decision and needed someone to bounce ideas off of, this person gave me their honest ideas and suggestions without fear of treading over my authority. That honesty and integrity was invaluable to me, and I respected that immensely. Yet the most important thing this person did was do all of this with a smile, with compassion, with respect to me and to everybody else. This person represents the National Honor Society's pillar of character tenfold, and I am truly honored to present this award to this person. So, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the very first recipient of LILA's National Honor Society Outstanding Character Award, Miss Sally Lucas. Thank you very much. That's actually quite an achievement. These awards, if you go to the National Honor website, there's quite a bit of requirements that go into picking these people out, and this is amazing. The second award that we have is for the Pillar of Service. National Honor Pillar of Service means seeking out and engaging in meaningful service. It calls for a service mindset, the desire to seek opportunities to help others as well as to act on that service. Honor Society students are required to meet a minimum service requirement. And yes, this person receiving this award did, in fact, have the most service hours of anyone in our group. That alone is worthy of the award. But this person did so much more than just complete hours. The person receiving this award divided their service into 3 main areas: helping animals, helping LILA, and helping those in the hospital. This person volunteered at the Humane Society for a total of 30 hours. They also volunteered at Fairview Wyoming Hospital for a total of an additional 140 hours. Both of those services included giving up weekends, something that's very precious to teens these days, so the self-sacrifice of that alone astounds me. However, the most impressive service that this person did was to start an entire math tutoring program for LILA, which was close to yet an additional 100 service hours. So if you're doing the math, that's an insane amount of service hours. This service required the person to coordinate with the math department to find students who were struggling and needed help. Then she had to figure out precisely what areas of math they needed help in, and then find student tutors who were not only willing to help, but who were capable of helping in that specific area of math, meaning they had to know how to do it. On top of that, the tutors needed to have a schedule that allowed them to be accessible on the same date and time as the person who needed the tutoring. The logistics of all of that just astounds me. So if having more than 266 service hours wasn't enough for this award, which it is, then figuring out all of that with the math program is yet another reason to receive this award. This is truly remarkable. So ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the very first recipient of LILA's National Honor Society Outstanding Service Award, to Miss Bianca Hansen. Those two students are, all of the students here are amazing, but those two really went above and beyond. We have just a couple of last things before we can go and eat. One is a video from Ms. Shannon Peterson, who is the executive director. She could not be here tonight, but she really wanted to share some congratulatory remarks, so we have a video of Shannon.
Good evening, LILA students, families, friends, and staff. I wish I could be with you tonight for the NHS and NJHS ceremony and celebration, and I'm grateful to be able to address you via this recorded message, even though the thought of being projected onto a screen at 10 times my normal size is a bit disconcerting. In any case, I wanted to do this because this group is so special. I'm impressed with you and with your rebound after COVID. You've had a positive impact on your school and beyond, touching the hearts of so many, from your teachers to residents of one of our local senior living establishments, to those training service dogs, to children afflicted by cancer and more. The number and breadth of your service projects and activities that you've successfully completed this year has been absolutely astounding. For those being honored tonight as inductees to the National Honor Society and the National Junior Honor Society, this selection was based on your achievements, your service, and your character. In short, your teachers see great promise in you. You are welcomed into NHS life warmly with an invitation to jump right in. Find your passion projects, the things that make you feel connected to others, the things that make you feel proud, the things that you feel are the most important, and be ready to help others with their passion projects as well. It's this kind of collaboration and cooperation of LILA students that has come to define the upper school. Service has always been a big part of LILA, starting with our identity as an IB World School. As LILA students, you've been following the IB action cycle, choose, act, reflect, for years, most of you since kindergarten. Your participation in NHS and NJHS is a natural progression of what you've been learning all along. Finally, I want to add my congratulations and gratitude to the 6 seniors being honored tonight. We hope that the time and effort you put into NHS will serve you well in your futures by having helped you experience the joy and pride that nearly always accompany high standards, leadership, and service to others. We wish you well And I want you to know that though you are moving on to a new situation after graduation, you will always be part of LILA. You will carry memories of school with you as you venture off into the world, and here at LILA, we will retain memories of you as well. Please come to the alumni events and keep us updated on events and milestones in your life. We do continue to care about you after you graduate.
Our wonderful principal, Nancy Hawkinson, is also here tonight and would like to say a few words.
Wow, it's hard to follow all those English teachers. So I pretty much speak from the heart. Today, just watching, thinking about all the seniors and the work that you've done and the leadership that you've shown, I mean, it makes you feel very emotional to see you guys leaving. And at the same time, I'm so excited to see all of you rise up to fill those shoes. They're big shoes to fill. So I've had the pleasure of seeing many of their service projects, their leadership, them excelling in academics, and each one of the students in NHS and NJHS has helped our community to enact the attributes of the IB Learner Profile. Thank you, NJHS members, for spending 318 hours of your time to serve others. And thank you to the NHS members who have spent 1,116 hours of their time in service. Can we get a round of applause for them? That's a grand total of 1,434 hours that our LILA students have spent positively contributing to our community. This is truly an impressive accomplishment. Through these positives, you have effectively engaged your peers, giving them many opportunities to express care, build community, and show appreciation. As a new school, one of the things that we really strive to do is to build school spirit. And each one of you have played a significant role in creating that culture here. I hope that you've grown through these experiences as well, and that you're motivated to find ways to serve in areas that you feel passionate about, and you continue to use your skills and talents to make a difference in our world. This is a talented group who has and will make a real impact. Lastly, I would like to express gratitude to the advisors and parents who have volunteered to guide these students in their ambitious endeavors. LILA is a caring community. I can't wait to see what next year brings.
Thank you very much, Nancy. I really appreciate that. So, before we exit, just a few business items that are very important, so everyone has to pay attention now. First, I'd like to thank the parents, staff, and teachers who are here tonight. It is you who helped guide these wonderful students into the outstanding scholars that they are today, and you should all be very proud. Good job. Also, parent, you will get an email from us in about an hour that has information about NHS. Please read that, and it will tell you everything you need to know about now that your student is inducted into NHS. Students, there are printed copies for you, all those little printed things that have blue copies on a chair here at this door and a chair there at that door. I need each of you to take one of those and bring it home and read it. It will give you all kinds of information on things you can get from NHS. You can buy yourself little pins, you can get stickers for your car. There are scholarships available online for NHS that you can apply for. It's very important that you get this. And this one is my personal favorite. For those parents who like to have scrapbook photos, like me, we set up a photo op here with the LILA banner so that you can get a photo of your child. So if you want to get a picture for that senior year or for a yearbook, have them hold their certificate up right in front of the banner. We set it up for you. Please use it. It took a lot of work to set it up, so go get some pictures there. Thank you very much for attending. We have sandwiches and chips and cake and all kinds of yummy food. Please do not leave without eating. We have a lot of food there, and thank you very much.